Hello my friend, welcome to TubeView channel. I'm Harry. Change the 3D printer to a handwriting machine or 2D plotter is not a new topic. There are a lot of videos explain how to do it. I also upload a video to explain how to make it without additional cost in a very easy way. If you only want to add the handwriting function with the limited fonts option, then you don't need to watch this video anymore. If you want to add a real function such as a 2D plotter, here I say add, not change, because the word change sometimes means the original function is no longer available. On the other hand, add means in the original function we have a new option without interfering with the original purpose. 2D plotter means you can write the letter with any font that you have installed on your computer. Also, it can draw the sketch or picture at a real good precision. Please watch the video carefully because I don't want you to become a victim as a laboratory rat like me. In fact, my 3D printer Y-axis home function is being compromised, and I even don't know what is really happened. Of course, I fixed it in my own way. And for the test, I have installed a lot of software that may cause problems someday later. I will install my whole operating system, use the Node and Ghost tool after this project. I always back up a stable mirror image of the whole operating system in case something wrong happens. Today, I will tell you the workflow, how to change the image data to G-code and finally 2D plot it out. All of them are my own experience and some of them are really hurt. My 3D printer still not completely recovered. Okay, let's start. Technically, 3D printer and 2D plotter has the similar structure. They use the stepper motors to control the X, Y axis. 3D printer also controls 0 axis, so the 3D printer has a more advanced function on 0 axis. 2D plotter only need a lift and a down function in Z-axis. They use a machine language called G-code to control the stepper motor. G-code is computer numeric control (CNC) programming language. I'm not an expert in this field. I only use limited commands that can control my 3D printer functional in moving and writing. But my 3D printer doesn't know this. It works just as I ordered, even it is a stupid command. For example, my printer X, Y have the limitation of 0 to 205 mm square. If I give the command that moves the printer head to X300, Y minus 100 mm, such as G0 X300, Y minus 100, it will commit without any question. If it is at the fast-moving process, it may destroy Y-axis initialized structure, just as happened in my case. Maybe. I don't know in fact. I only know that I have found the Y-axis have a problem. And it just happens after I have played the G-code game. Okay, now you know the risk and the consequences that may happen to your 3D printer. If you still want to know more detail, please keep watching. I can promise it will decrease the risk to a minimum level. The hardware to add a 2D plotter function is described in my former video. You can choose my method or just bind a pen with a rubber band or other stuff. Make sure don't order the printer head go to small z or even negative number. It may harm your printer head, bed or Z stepper motor if you bind the pen very tight. Always check Z in the G-code file before you start printing. Since the hardware is finished, now we start to check the software. Basically, the free software is my first choice. I searched the internet with the keyword G-code generator. I also found more than 400,000 results. I select the top list G-code generator by DraftSight. I have used the DraftSight 2D Model CAD software free version before. Unfortunately, it is not free now. It can be used for 1 month without any limitation for trial. Then I chose G-code generator by CorelDRAW CNC plugin. CorelDRAW is one of my favorite vector drawing software, and I still use the old version now. Also, it is not free. Then the third choice that says free download. Then I see 47 results, but most of them are a try version or see the project. That is not my choice also. I keep searching and try to find the best free software. I found that DXF2G code is another keyword to search. Because the DFX format is standard vector format in the 2D model world, I also found more than 400,000 results. I select the recent result to check. It also gives 5 free software to do the job. It looks like quite a permission. First, I tried LazyCAL. After download and install the software, I started the program. It gives me a clean and a neat screen. Let's import some DXF file to test. This DXF file is prepared before. You must first choose the import type. I select 10 for the test. It takes a while to display the result properly. Check to command menu. Find the posting options related to G-code folder location. Try to find where can generate a G-code. It seems that you should select 2 first. I'm completely no idea about it. Just try to generate a G-code anyway. Check the file that generates now and change the extension to G-code. It contains the code that I don't know at all. It seems that this software is not for me now. Then I chose O2 G-code converter. The interface is very simple. Load a DXF file. You can change the starting and ending G-code command. Let's try it out. It runs very fast. Check the output file. It contains X, Y, axis, number, and Z number. It looks good, but I found the number seems scared. Also, you need to add a command to tell the printer to do, such as add G0, lead the X-Y axis to tell the printer moving. I like this software, but now it is not our choice. Check DXF file to G-code. It gives me neat clean windows. Open DXF file. It looks like good. It can even change the home position, etc. But when I chose output to the G-code file, the software crashed. Try it again. Crash again. This software doesn't like me at all. I don't know why it happened. Okay, we still have other choice. I tried Carbide Create then. It looks very nice. When you open a DXF file, it looks quite good. At first, you define the stock size, such as width and height both have 200mm as my 3D printer. Leave others alone then. You can modify the vector figures also. Very nice. I see my original test figure is a little bit large, so I scale it to a small one to fit my 3D printer size. Then go to the toolpath section. Select toolpath parameters with contour. You must select the object in the DXF file to draw the line. You can select all of them and simulate the result. Then save the G-code file. It contains the X, Y axis coordinate information. It is a list that my 3D printer cannot directly recognize. You should change to G0 or G1, then the number of X, Y axis. I think this software will be great after I figure out how to modify the output G-code file. Now we left the last choice out of the 5 best. I tried CNC Master. The screen is really difficult to handle since the font is too small. And the language is not English, if I change to English. Some menus still keep the character that I cannot understand. I think this is not for me now. All of them are not my choice. It looks like everything is going great until you really do it. You can find that everything is not good as you expect. I keep searching the internet again. Finally, I found a good one. It is called G-code generator by OPT Lasers. The screen is simple and neat. You load the DXF file into it. Choose Word Engraving since it only runs one cycle. Choose Start Point to the bottom left. Click Generate a G-code. Then save the G-code to your destination place. Check the G-code file. We found it looks good. This software can also transfer JPG or BMP file to G-code, but I don't recommend you use it since the resolution is not good as I expected. It looks finally we get a quite good one. Unfortunately, when the DXF file is large, it did not work for me, maybe caused my old computer. If you have a DXF file, then you also can use Fusion 360 to make an STL file. Use Cooler to change it to a G-code file is another good choice. When you want to change the image such as JPEG or SVG format to G-code, we also have found some good solutions. One is to use Inkscape software. It is just like Adobe Illustrator or CorelDRAW can handle vector image format. Also, it has the G-code tool to transfer the image to G-code. Unfortunately, I didn't familiar with this software. Let's you guys figure out how to do the job. All above is free software. Here, I must introduce you to Adobe Illustrator. Like CorelDRAW, they are not free, of course. Since you draw a picture using vector format now, I suppose you may have this software in your hand. Unlike CorelDRAW, this plugin is free. You can download it from the link below in my description. Then, you can change any type of vector or image format. Since it is free, it has a little trick to use it correctly. After generating the G-code file and save to your computer, it looks like this. It is a perfect G-code file for me. And finally, I want to introduce the Cooler Slide software to you. Now, it can handle the image file directly. You should adjust the parameters to do the job properly. After slicing the image, you can export the G-code file. It looks also very good. All above, I introduced the main method to change vector format image or normal image to G-code. Now, let's move to the next step. First, how to check DXF file or SVG file is correct. The best software is Autodesk DWG TrueView. It is free and very good. If your DXF file correctly show here, it means this step is cleared. If you want to have Japanese software, I recommend you use ARCAD. It is also free and it can draw a CAD figure. It means you can adjust the DXF file that the DWG TrueViewer cannot do, such as move, scale, edit, etc. Another software is Carbide Create. I strongly recommend you use this software. It is free and can modify SVG, even DXF format. The only limitation is after that, it can only save in SVG format. Now, we go to another stage. We want to check if the output G-code file is OK. G-code file usually cannot be modified by normal software. We can use Cooler check the G-code file now. NCView is a good internet-based G-code check software. It is easy to use. Here, I recommend another software called LaserWeb. As I introduced above, it can also generate the G-code file. But I don't know how to handle the output G-code file. The G-code view function is very good. And finally, I must introduce free software Notepad++. It is text-based edit software like a Windows Notepad, but far more powerful. It is a must-have software as I think. We can use this software to edit the G-code file, manipulate the G-code, etc. Now, I give the total workflow process. When we have an original data file, vector-based DXF or SVG format, or normal bitmap image file such as JPEG or BMP, etc. We can use DWG Viewer, Carbide Create, or even LaserWeb to check the file format DXF and SVG. I recommend use Carbide Create because it can even modify the data. After that, if the DX file is small, you can use G-code generator to generate the G-code file, or use Fusion 360 to make a 3D model, export as STL format, then use Cooler to generate a G-code file. For a bitmap-based image file, we can use Inkscape, Illustrator, even Cooler to generate the G-code file. The Cooler is easy to use, but the resolution is not good enough. This doesn't mean that Cooler is not good in the precision condition, but only Cooler is not designed to handle image file. It is like software handle STL format. Inkscape and Illustrator are both vector-based software. Inkscape is completely free, but I still recommend Illustrator. Not only it is almost the standard in the image field, but also it has a free script that can directly output the G-code file. This file only needs a little modification, then it can be used for 2D plotting. Always check the output G-code file, especially like printing area, negative axis, etc. Then use Notepad++ to finally modify the G-code file. Then check by LaserWeb, etc. Only when everything is good, then plot the figure. Hope it will give you a whole image about the workflow of how to change the figure data to G-code. If you haven't seen the video here, please do me a favor. Subscribe to my channel and click the small bell, so you will not miss an update. TOBO channel is waiting for you.